Don't start teaching them or practicing them at age 14 and 15. Where were you? Where were you when they were 2 and 3 and 10 and 12? Once they become, and I say this to all my friends, once they become, these days, 11 and 12. I hate to say this, but it's too late. You need to engrave in them, actually, raising righteous children starts before marriage. Who are you getting married to? When you reach to the age of 16 and you have no control over them, you still have one weapon, huge one. And what is that? So a fine line, I'm repeating the question so everybody can hear, a fine line between the confidence and the arrogance. So how do I know? Very good question. How do I know I am not arrogant? What is, you said, what is the litmus paper? The litmus paper, two things. One, it is not you and your ability that made you who you are. It's Allah. And when you make a mistake, you acknowledge and apologize. That's why the dua, when somebody praises you publicly, the summary of it, Ya Allah, make me better than what people think of me and forgive what they don't know about me. When you say forgive what they don't know about me, you're acknowledging that you make mistakes. And always, always ask Allah to save you from being arrogant. أعوذ بك من العجز والكسل. You know the hadith, the dua, and then ومن سوء الكبر. سوء الكبر, either kibr, arrogance, or سوء الكبر, being older. And this is one of the adhkar we do in the morning and in the evening, especially when Allah gives you things. We live in an age of social media and followers and influencers and all this, especially when Allah tests you with this. Don't forget you're a human being. As the famous poem in Arabic said, وَكُلُّ مَا فَوْقَ التُّرَابِ تُرَابُ. And everything above the dust is a dust. So may Allah make it easy. Any question from the brothers? Okay. Any other question?
Bismillah. If our confidence we feel like is weak, what is a healthy way to grow it Islamically?
I loved it. I acknowledge that I don't have the confidence of the examples I shared with you. What do I need to do? Number one, as I said, is ask Allah to make you strong. In sujood. Yeah, this is what I always say. Ya qawi qawini. I called Allah by His name, Al-Qawi, the strong, and I wanted this character to be me. Ya Qawi Qawini. One, there is no strength, and now I'm taking practicality, without the following. Without the 5 days salah. Without it, I'm struggling. And now I am moving. I want really to be the examples without connection with the book of His. I don't call Quran the book of Allah. Of course it's the book of Allah. I call it His words. It has different impact on me when I say His words. This is the 3. There is no strength without night salah alone, you and Him. 5th, no strength without failure, and acknowledging the failure and getting up and moving on. 6, the yaqeen, the certainty that you can be. You tell yourself you can be. If Allah said so, it will happen. But I just need to be patient and it will happen, bi'idhnillah. And may Allah make it happen, Ya Rabbi Ameen. Now back to you.
Thank you.
What time we have to stop? You're going to tell me, right? Yes, okay. Bismillah.
Sister Haifaa, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
So number 1, if we have friends and family members very close, if we are together and somebody is indulged in some activities displeasing to Allah, how do we interact without sounding arrogant? Number 2, how do we persuade our teenage children, our young boys and girls,
to be confident?
To become confident and a Muslim too, like both things together in this day and age?
This is a whole lecture. Next
Any
time.
tip?
Any tip? We will. So let's start the first one. Some of you may know, every Tuesday I do the same, but in Irvine, which we call it Let's Understand the Quran. It's live streamed usually. And now we are covering Surah Al-Ankabut. And there is a reason why I chose this surah, right? Many surahs in the Quran are beautiful, but this one is the challenge surah. They call it the surah of tests, the surah of trials. And among the priority of tests is family. Everybody in this room, young and old, You know what I'm saying. When you start practicing Islam, start meaning, I grew up as a Muslim, I know, but I didn't really know what it is. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened my heart and I start learning and I start changing. The number one challenge will be your immediate family. And they can be as harsh as possible. And it's very painful. You know why? Because we love them. And because they love us, they're harsh. It's not because they are not, no. But they don't see what you and I are seeing. So here you go. And this is daily test. Friday night, let's go out. Wedding, let's go. This is where you start putting, who are you, number one, in that family? What is your education? What is your Islamic education? Now, where is your red lines? Because remember, in this deen, there is haram obvious. There is halal obvious. And there's a lot of the doubtful. Many of us don't know. Don't make doubtful haram, because it is not. Or don't make haram halal, it is not. And don't make haram doubtful. So what are they doing? Is it haram? Then that's a red line for me. Is it doubtful? Where am I in my journey with Allah and where they are in their journey? If it is halal, you don't like it, let them do it. Give you an example. This is the commonest question I get in this matter. My grandmother lives with me, or I go and visit my grandmother or my mother, and the discussion is always backbiting. Does that sound familiar? She talks about her daughter-in-law, their grandchildren, all this. What do I do, right? And I know this is haram. There is no question about that. And it applies also to the brothers, by the way. Your grandfather, it's always. The grandfather talking about his daughter-in-law, or talking to the brother about his other son, and on and on and on, and it's all haram. There's no doubt. 3 options. Number 1, can I change the subject? No. You change the subject, she comes back and let's continue. Honestly, right? Failed. I call it tactic 1 failed. Right? Tactic 2. Can you praise that person? No, it's not exactly, oh, you didn't know what they did with me. It was amazing. And you start praising them. Failed. Honesty, it's challenging. This is usually when you get family together, Ya Rahman. You really need to have the confidence, actually put it in your backpack and move. 3rd one. And this is, as we say in Arabic, آخر الدواء الكي. The last medicine is actually, you leave. Well, I can't leave the house. So you're going to go to the bathroom and you're going to do the longest wudu of your life. Honestly, because you can't look arrogant. You cannot tell your mother this, mother or grandmother or grandfather or father, this is haram. They will not listen. Oh, now remember when I raised you? This is what you're going to hear. So I don't like the word creative, because Allah is the only one who creates, but be smart. But there is red lines. The red lines, I'm not going to sit with a family member if they're drinking alcohol. Even if this is my brother, if this is my father, I'm going to move. And you need to put your red lines. You're going to get a lot of heat in the beginning. But then keep confident, because that's obvious haram. Did I answer you? And this is one of the biggest challenges. Coming to the teenagers, I'm meeting the youth on Sunday. It's part of the program. If you are not confident, your children will not be confident. Don't ask your children to be something you are not. It's not going to happen. Because then, لِمَ تَقُولُونَ مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ. Why do you say what you don't do? And the end, as the poem said, ابدأ بنفسك فانهها عن غيها فإذا انتهت فأنت حكيم. Start with yourself and control yourself and prevent yourself from injustice. If you can do it, then you are wise. هناك يسمع ما تقول ويقتدى بك وينفع التعليم. At this point, when you practice what you preach, people will listen to you and teaching will bring fruits. I can't change my teenagers if I am not. That's one. Don't start teaching them or practicing them at age 14 and 15. Where were you? Where were you when they were 2 and 3 and 10 and 12? Once they become, and I say this to all my friends, once they become, these days, 11 and 12. I hate to say this, but it's too late. You need to engrave in them, actually, raising righteous children starts before marriage. Who are you getting married to? So this is a long topic. When you reach to the age of 16 and you have no control over them, you still have one weapon, huge one. And what is that? Dua. And you are righteous. Because today is Friday, yesterday was Friday, right? And how did Allah save the two orphans? Because وَكَانَ أَبُوهُمَا صَالِحًا. The father was righteous. You become the righteous couple, Allah pleasing. The children are not. The end result is not in your hand. Sayyidina Nuh, his son was kafir. Sayyidina Ibrahim, his father was kafir. But I don't give up on them. I keep making dua. Allah change the hearts. And may Allah protect our youth. Really. And I'm not going to say youth only in this country. Youth global. Because what happens here is all over in the internet and everybody is exposed to. And may Allah make it easy for all.